5 years ago, my dad caught cancer. At first, I thought, oh, he'll beat it. He has to beat it, but he wasn't beating it. As time started running out for me to get to know my own dad, I realized, oh crap, I can't.
What's up, guys? Today we got a super special guest. We got Jackie over here. Welcome, Jackie.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Jackie is, he's been with us for a while now. He's trying to learn Mandarin, and he has a super inspirational story. So, what's up, everyone? Why don't you tell everyone a bit about yourself? I'm also going to ask you in Chinese. Okay.
Okay.
所以
Okay.
就是你可以就是给我们观众分享一下，就是介绍一下你自己，还有你的背景，还有就是什么就是促使你就是这么努力想学习普通话呢？
其实我觉得我的事情很好像别的中国华裔的事情，我觉得大部分美国华裔的事情是差不多一模一样的，因为我有个中国人的脸上，
对，
其实我的原因真的是很简单的，以前我已经遇到了很多中国人，他一看到了我的脸上，马上对着我说国语。但是那以前我只可以回答I don't speak, I'm sorry 那我遇到了这样的事情很多次了，每次都让我很尴尬。
And you always felt these were kind of like awkward kind of situations.
Yeah, they're very awkward situations. And even when I met Cantonese speakers, they'd be like, "Yeah, your Cantonese is pretty bad."
They said your Cantonese is bad too.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I met Cantonese speakers, yes, I was basically just a complete banana kid from my whole life.
I see. So what was it that kind of 就是什么就是让你有这种促使你就是突然间想就说 OK 我很想学国语，我很想就是解决这个问题。
I mean, this is really personal, but at the same time, I don't mind sharing it. My dad 5 years ago, my dad caught cancer, and I had never taken the time to get to know my parents. And at first, I thought, oh, he'll beat it. He has to beat it, but he wasn't beating it. So as time started running out for me to get to know my own dad, I realized, oh crap, I can, aside from asking him for food, and if he had a good day, there's not really a whole lot I can express myself in Cantonese. 5年前，我爸爸生病了，他生了癌症。开始我以为他会医好他的癌症，但是过了几年之后，他的身体越来越差，他越来越不健康，所以那时候我想到，我没那么时间了解我自己的爸爸，所以那时候我想一边学广东话一边学国语，但是我没什么机会一边学这两个语言。但是我上网遇到了 CMB 的网课，这个网课说可以教学生怎么说广东话和国语，可以一边学一个语言一边学另外一个语言，所以我参加了这个网课之后，我的广东话和国语两个的进步了很多了。所以我爸爸还没死，一个礼拜还没死之前，我跟他聊天了几个小时。我爸爸还没走之前，告诉我这几年的广东话进步了很多了，我可以放心一点。我现在我觉得我可以放心一点。一个礼拜后，他走了。As much as my Mandarin has improved a lot, I still feel a bit like there's still some things that I have a little bit of a hard time expressing.
Dude, some of that is even hard to express in English, man. So I mean, thanks for sharing that, man. And I guess like why don't you walk us through kind of like before you started working with kind of Canto and Mando, I guess where were you at with your Cantonese and kind of where were you at with your Mandarin exactly?
Let's see. Before I joined Canto and Mando, I was using a little language learning app called Pimsleur, which I don't hate that app, but ever since I joined Canto and Mando and I realized how much I could accelerate my learning, I kind of resent that app now because of how slow it is. It's just so slow. It's for like no other way to say it's for Guilao. But yeah. But when I was still using that app, I'd actually use a Cantonese lesson, and it patched up a few of my holes in Cantonese. It made at the time I'd say my Cantonese was at like a 30%. Okay. If it's 70% now, I'd say it was 30% at the time. It patched it up from 30 to like 31%. It just teaches that slowly, yes. And I'd say Pimsleur made my Mandarin go from like a 0% to like a 2%. Yeah, the app is just that dang slow.
Yeah,
it's good if you've never heard the language before in your life, or if you have no innate like exposure to it. But for Cantonese like a diaspora, it's not a good fit.
Oh, for you, like when you were kind of going through the program, what do you think are like one or two things that you encountered that when you were like, oh, okay, like this is what I came here for?
I mean, the moment I had that thought was immediately as soon as the lesson started, I guess. Like from the very, very first lesson. The very first lesson was what teaching us how to change gun to 在, and I thought, okay, it really is that easy. Or, well, not easy. Learning a new language is never easy, but it really is that similar. There we go. It really is that similar. Because when I was walking through that slow language learning at Pimsleur, I noticed a lot of similarities, like 太多了, and I thought, okay, why are they so similar?
Wow, awesome, man. Yeah, a lot of people say like that's kind of like it's almost like an aha moment when suddenly it clicks. Is that kind of what it was for you when you saw like the 在 这 gun?
在的 gun, yeah.
And I guess for you, I guess what's kind of been your experience working with kind of like the members of the coaching team?
All in all, they're really supportive and nice and patient. They definitely have a lot more patience than I do. If I was fully fluent in a language and I had people struggling, I'd probably, I mean, I hate to say it like that, but when I first started, I had so many problems, and I thought, oh my god, they have so much patience working with me. So I don't mean to sound selfish, but just I appreciate their efforts.
100% of that, because I mean, I'm gonna expose it right now here, but my mom struggles with English sometimes. It's hard for me to like maintain the patience. So I mean, I think the coaching team will love hearing that.
Yeah, it's same with me and my mom. Whenever we go out, my mom doesn't speak English or Mandarin at all, so I'd rather step in both occasions to help her out with that.
Because it's crazy, because people are always like, oh, you know, let's say they have a Mandarin speaking partner. They're like, oh, I'll just ask my partner to teach me. But in reality, it's like it's so much patience required to actually teach someone. It's like kind of sit through them, kind of be like right?
And it's extra hard with a tonal language because you're basically learning how to sing an entire language, and teaching someone how to sing an entire language is definitely not easy.
Yeah, but I mean, like I say, man, you made some great progress, man, from the very beginning when I kind of first heard you to now. I mean, really good work, dude.
You have something really, really good going for you, man. There is no other class on the internet that teaches Canto and Mando at the same time. Nothing else. This is a one of a kind of product. It's very, very niche. Yes, it can only help a very specific group of people, but you've seen the progress. It's not just me. You've seen the progress with other people too. But I do remember how I sounded when we first started. I said 3 sentences, you said something else, and I kind of just went, okay, they're good.
其实从不会说普通话到现在就是可以说普通话的这个阶段，就是期间令你最就是成就感
成就是骄傲吗？
对，骄傲的时刻。
有一次我遇到了几个客人在我这个餐厅，他们对着我说国语，我已经跟了他说话了一次。比起那时候我的国语进步很多。我问了他，我的国语还有点广东口音吗？他回答我，你当然还有点广东口音，你从小到现在已经说你的口音，说广东话说习惯，你可能以后都会有你的广东口音，那是你的口音很好听。
Oh, hey, again. Why was that a rewarding moment?
A rewarding moment because I am clearly communicating to someone else in Mandarin. That is our shared language in that moment. Anyway, his mother language is Fujianese, my mother language Cantonese, but we still have Mandarin to connect us. Yeah. So that was kind of an aha moment for me. That's when I kind of realized, oh my god, 2 completely different people with completely different ethnic backgrounds, with the one like similarity being we can speak Mandarin to each other.
Yeah. and it's like a beautiful moment when you just connect with someone just literally because you're both Chinese, right?
Yep. And it's also, again, I'm Cantonese, like Americanized Cantonese, but still Cantonese regardless. He's Fujianese. If it wasn't for the whole push for Mandarin being our unified language, we wouldn't be able to communicate with each other. And I think that was, at that moment, I thought, man, that's so satisfying. I got to, even on just like a small scale, I got to know people. I got to know more people, know some of their backgrounds. This little thing that just made me satisfied with the progress I've made. I started off with such a weak Cantonese level of non-existent Mandarin. Both of my languages have gotten so much better.
Hey, I mean, dude, if you're able to have that, you know, that conversation with your dad and set that with you, I mean, that's already a sign of awesome progress, man.
I appreciate that.
Last question then. I guess someone's watching this video right now and they're kind of like, I mean, you know the story, right? Every single New Year, someone says, I'm going to learn Mandarin this year. I'm going to, you know, get my Chinese better this year. So what would you say to them in terms of like the reward of being able to speak the language, and why for you it was worth it to actually take it seriously rather than just saying, oh, like maybe I'll do it next year?
Honestly, I watched one of your YouTube shorts that's in relation to this. I know in one of your YouTube shorts you said that you didn't have a lot of time to communicate with your grandpa, I think it was, because your Cantonese was just not at that level. And now that I have a similar experience, I think the both of us could probably tell us other Cantonese diaspora. In order to make an effective New Year's resolution and stick to it, you need a very, very good reason, and you need to remind yourself of that reason every time you begin to like feel your motivation die. And I think family, assuming whoever's watching this comes from a good family, I really hope you do, but that's comment aside. If you have any family members you've yet to get to know, dad, like aging parents, grandma, grandpa, someone else, I'd say, and you want to get to know them, I'd say get to it and start like learning the language. Like start seriously learning the language. Being able to get to know the language of your family and being able to communicate with them and just have that relationship with them is very satisfying. I've been texting my family and coworkers in Chinese, able to communicate with them. We're able to have a back and forth like communication, the jiao, and just been a really, really big sign of progress. It's satisfying.
Awesome, man. And I gotta say, it was really good talking to you and hearing your progress, man.
Thank you.
Really glad. Good stuff, dude.
Thanks. I'm proud of my progress too.